Right, hello everybody. So I thought I'd have a little play with some art projects today because I fancy doing like a mixed media face for my journal, and because I've recently been gifted these, I thought I'd give these a go. And I'm picking one of the faces off the sheet of 4 here. I think you get 3 or 4 of each in these. Look, they're absolutely brilliantly. But because I'm doing it in a journal, I'm doing a small one. So I've picked one of those, which comes out, 4 on a sheet. So I've picked this one, which I actually ripped, but that's okay. I can patch that up, that's no problem. Okay, I'm going to use that one. So I'm doing a bit of collage. This is an old piece, I don't know, something that I've done years ago that I never had done anything with because it was rubbish. But actually, if it wasn't Christmas, I would have used this side and done something with it. But as it's Christmas, I'm going to start with a plainish background. I'm going to gesso, okay, and I'm not worrying about this because I paint over the face anyway. So I don't think you need to, but I'm going to. Right, so gesso time. I think I've got some left here. Yeah. So just gesso, prepare your work or your paper. This is a mixed media card. It's a bit like watercolour paper, but not so expensive. So I'm just going to prepare it. I have no idea what's under here, so it could all bleed. I can't remember. It's like ink to me. It's nicely prepped. I actually like it when there's something on it to work with because I like to sort of play with it. I'm one of these that actually don't like a blank canvas to start with. Right, dry that off. Okay, that's all nicely dry. So I'm going to collage with this distress medium, okay, just to try it out, which I have already tried it and I love it. So I'm not doing a thick layer with it. I'm using it as I would gel medium, so it most probably won't crackle at all. And I'm sort of thinking I'm going to have her to the side, okay, because of the way the drawing is. I will do in the new year. I made already made a resolution that I would share more of my artwork that I do, because I do enjoy drawing faces. And I thought, this is an introduction to it. I'm not brave enough yet to draw a face and show you all how I draw it, because it is a bit tedious to watch because I'm a bit of a perfectionist and I go over and over until it's right. So that's one thing where I need to sort of grow my confidence with that sort of thing on YouTube, really. So I will try. And if I don't start showing you my work, you have the right to tell me off. Right, let's have some of this. This is just a bit of Christmas tissue paper. I've got some book pages from Christmas Carol, and I've picked out this, and I'm going to use a bit of washi tape. So that's the sort of thing. Oh, and this is lovely, this stuff. There. Put a bit down here, I think. I sort of try and work in threes. So if I use that once, I most probably try and use it 3 times. I just said that, I think, didn't I? And I'm sort of keeping this area plantainish. Put that there. I don't want that straight edged. It's stuck to me, look. Yeah. Okay, the face is going to go. Just checking. About there. Okay. So that was, I don't know whether I showed you, sorry, collage medium. It's only because I've just done the video on, you know, who sent me all these lovely things. Thank you, Shelley, again. And okay, I've got it in my head that I've already said, you know, what it is. But of course, this is a different video. Right. We've got to have some more somewhere, haven't we? Yeah, I'll put that there, I think. A little bit more gold for tissue paper. This is brilliant. It's come from Shelley as well. Things were wrapped in it, so it's lovely because I use this all the time. So some little bits. Quite good for filling in little areas. And I'm going to put some here. Okay, right. So I want to use some washi tape as well. I think she's going to go there. Yeah. Blends in lovely to the page. Lovely stuff. It's a bit like the rice paper, so I never looked to see what paper it's printed on. Smoothing that out a bit. I don't want too many lines on the face, but I do paint over it anyway. But lovely job. Dry that off. Yes, you can use a heat tool with it. Okay, on this next layer, I'll be using a little bit of gesso. I'm using this one at the moment because it's been open a while, and it's been up in my house, so I thought I'd better start using it. The sort of colours, I want to introduce a little bit of green into there, Christmas colours. I've got mowed lawn and fire brick. Okay, so that's the sort of colours. And a bit of gesso, and I just put some of it on my plate there. I don't want very much gesso, it's just I need to create a little bit of negative space somewhere, which I'm not brilliant at. Keep thinking everything has to be filled in, so I'm just going to sort of here and there put some white down. That could change, but okay. Now I'm going to paint over the face with a bit of gesso. Don't worry about the hair, so it usually goes a lot darker, so just building up a little bit more gesso in the areas I know are going to be slightly lighter, so okay. I'll just dry that off. Doesn't take very long. There we go. Let's get wet wipe ready in case I need it. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm not going to go overboard with that. Might need a little bit of that, more of that up here in a minute, looking at it, but I'll leave it as it is for the time being. Okay, it's coming on. Right, napkin. Yeah, I know. I'm going to pick this one here. Okay, because I think that looks it's quite funky and quite Christmassy. So I'm going to have some, you know, coming down like that in that corner there. Right, anyway, I picked some bits out while I was coughing and spluttering. And I'm going to use this Distress Medium to stick it down because I found it brilliant. Seagulls are out today because it's really beautiful sunshine. Fold it over a bit, isn't it? That's all right. Put a bit of green there. Okay. Make it look like it's going off the page properly. There you go. Just stopped a bit abruptly there, and I didn't like that. Okay, and if you want to give it a little sand down so it's all nicely smooth, and I like to do the edges a little bit more for when I ink up, because you see it just takes it a little bit away, so it unevens it a bit. I like that. Let's sort of do that. Rough it up a bit, and that's all nice and smooth. There, tissue's coming off there. That is so nice. Right, okay. For face colours, I like to use one thing and one thing only, I'm afraid, and it's the is it a Caran-d'Ache? Caran-d'Ache? I've had these a very long time. And I tend to use these colours for skin tones. Okay, that's Flesh. So I shared it with my friend. That's how skimpy we are. Buy one between us because they last forever. So that's Flesh, Salmon. Okay. And I think I treated myself about 3 years ago to these. What's this one? But it's sort of like a, what would I say? It's like, red ochre, that sort of, yeah, not quite as red, but it's similar to that. Sorry, I can't read it. Yeah, so they're Neo Colour 2. Okay, I know that. And is it Caran-d'Ache? Something like that. And I've used them a long time. Used them in my art journal all the time and everything. And I'm so used to it. It's what I like to use. And they're water-soluble, the wax crayons, but I'm sure the distressed crayons or gelatos will work the same. If you know your skin tones and what to use with them, then fine. But I actually don't. So I know this is what I use. And I tend to mix it with gesso and play around with the colours then. I even add watercolour sometimes into it, and, you know, just to play around with different effects. But I shall try and keep it simple today. So I usually start off with the salmon, okay. And it's already been gessoed, if you remember. So all down there, and I don't mind if it goes into the hair a bit. Like that. And then get you some water. I'll just put a bit here. Don't need very much. like that. I mean, that's great skin colour just to start off with. And then I'll start mixing a bit of gesso with it. It sort of sets the colour in, really. I think I'm going to have this as my darks. No, I want the light. Yeah, the light looks like it's got to come from here. Anyway, we'll see. Let's see how it turns out. Right, dry that, and then we'll layer up again. Right, now this is water, a bit of gesso. Going through our ugly stage. And don't get me wrong, this isn't, you know, this may not be the right way to even do this. It's just how I find I can do it, you know. I mean, 4 years ago, I couldn't draw a thing, so, at all, let alone paint. So, I did go back to basics and drew an apple. Don't think I've ever done that at school. I wasn't bad at art at school though, but it's just a matter of layering up. I need some that under there. I didn't do that. Remember, she got a neck. Seeing if I can get a bit closer for you. Okay, I think that should be alright. Hopefully I don't get in the way. Right, I need a little bit of warmth. So I'm going to actually do it this way. Just going to wet the end of this. But not go over the face. It's funny because I use like a square ended brush when I paint faces. No idea why, but I'm just going to do that. Get some shadow under her eye. Get a little bit there. Some down there. Definitely a bit there. And here. Okay. And a bit here. And we're going to have a darkness here. Okay, and then this is where I get the gesso again. Dry brush. Because I've got a bit of water here if I need it, but I like to be in control of my own sort of, what can I say, wetness. Not too much. And that blends that out a bit. Look better once the lines are put into. Okay, I'm going to leave that a minute. I'm going to dry it, and then I'm going to do the outline a little bit better, okay? So I can actually see what's going on. The next bit, I use a permanent mark on the eyes. Okay, I want to add a little bit of blue in those eyes. I'm sure green eyes would be better, but I like blue. Let's put a bit of green on top. You have to be very careful with this because you don't want them too heavy, really. Yeah, that's okay. There. And I usually put a little bit just under there and here sometimes. And then I get a Sharpie for these, I think. So I'm gonna. Yeah, I used it yesterday, and I do ruin them on gesso, really. That little black pencil is about the best thing to use, but I didn't have it handy, so. Just filling in where they sort of had a lot of the black, which is quite prominent for me, but I'll change that in a minute. Right, red. Let's give us some red lippy, eh? I use white Posca pen for highlights. Do something with the hair yet. These are acrylic markers. They work on most things, actually. They do clog up quick, though. I need a bit of white in here. Changing the shape of the eye at the moment because I found that pupil was too big for me. Okay, that's nice and dry, so you can outline. Oh, and I've found my little pencil. It's a Stabilo one. Okay, coverall or something. Okay, paper, glass, plastic and metal. Yeah, because it's small, I can't find it in my little pot so well, so, but I found it. And I also use this as well. It's Signo, Uniball Signo broad white pen, and it's got pigment ink in it. Okay, they are great. Love them. I found that while I was looking for that one. So because I used to have a lot of trouble with Posca pens, yeah, they're great, but the nibs used to clog up and you'd lose half of it. But they're still okay, you know. But with gesso and everything, they seem to clog up very quickly. Right, okay, I feel like I want something here, but I'll do that in a minute when I've done the hair. I'm going to leave her eyes for... No, I'm not. Let me do her eyes. So I get my Sharpie pen, or a Pitt pen's good for this as well. Black Pitt pen. You must make sure it's dry when you do this, because it will ruin your Sharpie. Just want to bring those eyes back a bit. Do need a bit of shading, really. I'll shade out the corners in a minute, but not with that. Okay, use a bit of watercolour for that. Let's start with the hair. I'm going to start, sometimes I start light and I get a blondie colour, then if I don't like it, I will put a red on it, and I do things like that. So, but I always start off lighter. And then just see what happens, really. Just have a bit of that. Water. Okay, dry that off. Nose is a bit... Let's sort that out in a minute. Let's sort out this bit here. Okay. And a white pen there. Give it a bit of life to them and just take it away. So let's have a look what we got. No idea what happened here, but I'm gonna... There's a little bit of red in it. Okay. Right, we are nearly done, to be honest. Okay, just seen a bit here as I was drying that needs a bit of joining in there. I like she had a gap. Oh, sorry. I think they can go a little bit redder actually, looking at it. Just in places like here. More colour there. Don't go for perfection, but mean faces. Oh, yeah. That's why I find it quite difficult to do a video on, because I am a bit like, I just keep going until I feel it's right. Whereas I'd love to just do it like this. All these lines. Oh, I'd have to rub all those out. I need a bit more hair here. That's better. Give it a better head shape. Oops. I think she looks all right now. Yeah, like it. I think I'm just going to most probably just take those off. Put that there, and then put one of them. Ah. Yep, and then a little bit of gold. That's good. Right. And then once you've committed, you can go right over it and seal it all. Do it even smaller. Incy wincy bit up here somewhere. Should have had a bit cut off there. And I'm going to go across the top. And just another bit. This is where you start going mad. Down here. Okay, dry that off and then we'll find some words.